Okay, Stream ist live. Was ich mal kurz fragen wollte, ist, you want it in English or in German anyway? Englisch oder Deutsch? The stream. Hi, Big Boy. Hi, Bob Ernie. Do we want to do English or German? English oder Deutsch? Let's do a quick vote. I'm fine, how are you? Seeing the dentist tomorrow, that's not so fine. But glad to hear you're good. I'm not. I gotta go and get some dental work tomorrow. Not fun. Okay, I think I'll just do it in English today. So this will be rather short. What I want to do is, since I live in Ohio, we have a lot of nice state parks and metro parks. So, well, it's too sad to hear you have to go to a funeral tomorrow. My wife actually has to fly to a funeral to Los Angeles in a week. So stuff happens, right? So, you live in Ohio? That's funny. Me too. Where in Ohio? I live in Columbus, Ohio, Westerville, actually. Hi, guys. So what I wanted to say is a brief summary. Pretty soon, when spring kicks in here, I want to do some rides with my electric bicycle. And I have already installed a phone holder on the handlebar. I have now noise cancellation mics that I can wear. So on the mics, it's like you just can wear them on your head, like here. And then you hear no noise, especially the wind noise when riding the bike. And what I want to do is I want to show you guys a few of our nice parks in case you ever visit this area. Ohio has really nice parks, not necessarily the nicest weather. Dayton, Ohio, I know Dayton, Ohio. It's not actually that far from me. And what I wanted to say is, so on the live streams coming up for spring, I want to get all the equipment ready. And I tried yesterday a test stream. However, I noticed, right now, obviously, I'm inside the house, so we have a really good Wi-Fi 5G. But when I ride the bike, the phone is going on cellular data. And so the image looks a little bit chopped and blurry. So I came up with an idea and I want your guys' opinion. So I think what I do during a live stream riding the bike, how old I am? We're not discussing age here. Old? I'm old. How old are you? So what I think is, what I want to do is, if I don't say it's okay, well, I say everything about me, don't worry, 58. So I retired early in life. Yeah, what I wanted to say, I want to do a bike ride, or bike rides through our parks, showing you our nice metro and state parks. But now there's the compromise between quality, like if I do it online, 10 years old, sure, and offline, meaning if I ride the bike online, the quality will not be that good. If I ride offline, I can pre-record everything and later upload it, but then I cannot do the chat. You guys know, right? So I have to have a compromise between good image quality and uploading the video footage after I'm home. Or I would ride with a live stream using cellular data. Parks I'm going to use, Inniswood Park, there's a lot of park. Highbanks Park is here. So it's really pretty parks to show you guys. So there will be a lot of parks and excursions. And so I think what I plan on doing is I will record part of the riding offline, meaning right into the phone data, so that later I can upload it. But in between the ride, I will always stop when I see something interesting. And then I will change over to a live stream and we guys can discuss and talk and I can answer questions about the parks or whatever you want to know. I think that's a good compromise, right? Like just switching between live stream, back and forth, and recording. So the way I picture this is like I'm just going to ride you don't see much, then all of a sudden you see me live, then I will just stop. We can chat. I can show you the surroundings, the parks, the scenery, the landscape. And then when I ride to the next spot, I go offline again and just keep that recording going to the phone data. And from there, I'll upload the whole stuff when I come home. No, I have not heard about that comedian. By the way, do you know of any good parks around here? So as I said, I want to do Inniswood. I want to do Highbanks Metro Park. What was my dad doing in 1939? My dad was probably like a small boy, okay? So I don't know what this relation has to do again with World War. Right? So I don't get the concept of 1939. Sorry about that. My dad was a little boy and I was long not born yet. Yeah, Columbus, Ohio, actually I like. We moved from Los Angeles, California. And yeah, anytime, I'm still here for a few minutes. Los Angeles, California, because we didn't like it anymore. It just got too wild, too violent. The German seriousness. Okay, I got to put on a smile. So now there we go. Smile, lay back and get a beer. But I cannot have any beer because I have a very early dental appointment tomorrow morning, so I cannot come there and reek of alcohol. And by the way, I don't like beer that much. I drink vodka. And the other thing I plan is whenever there's a live stream coming up, the system from here will go online like this. I'll show you. So all you see before that is just a clock going, and then you know when I'm coming. And that's, by the way, my race car, but that's a different topic. It's a nice V8. So we have 7 people. No, you are not immature. I mean, we just should chat. It's an easygoing chat. I just don't like, and you will see it on my channel, it says no politics, no religion. That's a good way. Otherwise, you might lose friends, okay? So let me put this down. I do a lot of nonsense, like just entertaining shit, like fun stuff, jokes. A lot of people don't get my humor, my sense of humor. They are all in, by the way, in the shorts. The long videos I'm doing, they actually have serious stuff like health insurance, car topics. So that's not just garbage. It's like real conversations and knowledge about jobs, about career, about working in the US. You can hear from my accent, Nikto, that obviously I'm German, as you know, but I lived here for, what is it now, over 25 years, quarter of a century. So yes, I'm old. But I'm young at heart, so I always do fun stuff. And I was just lucky in life with my job, I could retire early. So if you're not too old to do things, I do everything, pretty much everything. I also do crazy things. And then I end up in the ER, and that's expensive in the US. So I have calmed down a little bit, okay? So what else is going on, guys? We are halfway through the week. To me, it doesn't matter because I don't work. And a lot of people I heard in Germany don't even work Fridays anymore. So that's getting really ridiculous. I mean, I had to work Monday to Friday. In Germany, I worked for Siemens Dental Systems. And however, Friday, hello, brother, hello, Sean. Hopefully I pronounce it right. I don't know all the American names, Sean. And I said I worked for Siemens in Germany, Dental Systems, and there we worked till Friday, but at Friday we could go home by 2 p.m., so it was an early Friday, so like a long weekend, which is nice. But nowadays I heard they don't even work Fridays anymore. So I'm thinking if Fridays are off, Saturdays are off, Sundays are off. So on Thursday they probably think already about Friday. On Monday they're too exhausted coming back from the weekend. So technically the Germans, I think, work 3 days a week, right? I think that's where all the problems are. But that's also what my channel says, no religion, no politics. So we don't discuss politics and election here. So that's like not my topic really. Otto, yeah, that's actually, you can spell it both ways, backwards and forwards. It's the same. Did you know? Fun fact for the day. By the way, it's the same as Xanax. Xanax, you can spell either way, it reads the same. And that's what I'm going to take tomorrow when I go to the dentist, because I really don't like dentists. It makes me anxious, especially if you have a major procedure. By the way, today only water. You don't want to reek of alcohol when you go to the dentist. Yeah, so guys, you can look on my site. I put up a little vote. And so let me know if this would work for live streams when I'm outside the house in parks, that we do like a split version, as I said. A split version meaning, as I said, I will record stuff offline, but I will go in between online and offline so we guys can chat and look at stuff, yeah. And by the way, I like Ohio, just to my neighbor here in Ohio, here on the stream, but I don't like the weather. I mean, seriously, brother, what was wrong with the weather today? Did you hear the thunder and roaring, the thunderstorm today? I mean, that's insane, guys, okay? I mean, I looked at LA, it's 70 right now. I'm sitting here at, what is it, 50? I mean, yesterday I did a little bike ride to try all the equipment, like the phone, the handlebar holder, the iPhone and all that. It was cold even yesterday, but at least it was sunny, not raining. And tomorrow, of course, you know what happens? It always happens to me. Like I have a collectible car and I don't drive it in the rain, okay? Never drive it in the snow. So I got to take a taxi again, like Lyft, to go to the dentist and back, which costs a fortune. But my car has never seen a day of rain. So I don't know what else you guys are doing. It's 6:30. Soon I will take an early night. Probably won't sleep anyway. I hate dentists. Even so, normally, yeah, weather is changing for sure. Ohio is the state, I think, with bipolar disorder as far as weather goes. Like one day it's summer, the next day it's winter again. And guys, can I ask you, since you live there too, brother, what's with those tornadoes? I mean, the years before we lived now, 7 years here. And before that, there were like 3, 4 tornadoes. Last year we had 68, if I counted right. What the heck is going on here? Is that like global warming? Because I think global warming is a conspiracy anyway. You know, that's not real, but something is going on in Ohio. Also, did you hear about all the alien activities in Ohio? There's a lot of alien activities going on in Ohio. Got to be really careful in Ohio, you know? I mean, Ohio is like, I mean, I like it. I like the people. Don't get me wrong here, okay? But Ohio is like the black hole. You know, once you get in there, it's easy to get in there. It's really hard to get out there. You get just sucked in and the gravity keeps you here, you know? Otherwise, I would be back in Los Angeles, California. But that state is pretty much run down. I mean, we hated it there. Traffic was bad. Triangle ships. I haven't seen triangle ships yet. I see saucers in the evening on the sky. But in the evening, I don't wear my leather hat. I have an aluminum foil, like a tin foil hat, that saves me from like any aliens. And by the way, whoever is still alive, have you heard about the theory and the conspiracy that cats might be taking over the world? So be really careful. I'm just looking into that. Sorry, I'm thirsty today. So I heard, I explain it to you. Cats probably will take over the world. Yeah, those ships, I know, yeah. And now we have all those cats problems, right? Because I have adopted two, and they look already and they observe me. Because what will happen is once the cats take over the world, like we will become the servants to the cats. I'm telling everybody, you know, like we will become the servants to the cats, and nobody is listening. I mean, that's the problem. I'm up to something big. So think about that, okay? Just like Egypt. Yeah, Egypt, I know, I heard about that. But that cats thing keeps me awake at night. But again, today I took Xanax and Valium, so I'm going to sleep well, so no problem. Since I mentioned it, probably that stream gets later canned by YouTube anyway. I think you cannot mention medication. So don't mention it, okay? And anyway, my stream is neither sponsored nor monetized. It's just garbage. You know, I'm doing nothing in my stream. There's one video, don't click on it, by the way. There's literally 30 minutes of nothingness happens. So absolutely nothing happens for 30 minutes. Did you see my video, The Flying Cow? Look at the flying cow at my video. It's hilarious. I was trying an experiment. So in this video, you see a cow, then you hear a helicopter, then the screen goes black, like dark, and nothing happens for 20 minutes. All you hear is a helicopter. And 2,600 people clicked on it. Can you believe it? I'm still doing social experiments, you know. Let me adjust the phone a little bit. Sorry about that. So I can lean back. Lazy day today. So yeah, that is one of the experiments, the flying cow. Watch that video or don't watch it. The other one is I put a video up, and also there nothing is happening, just sounds. Okay, I bought like two, what is it called? Movie effect sound discs. Like it's called Sound Effects for Movies. Yeah, you can get them on iTunes. So it's like all kinds of sounds, like to do voiceover in movies, like alien sounds and whatnot. And so in this video, nothing happens, but all the videos, the whole CD plays just sounds. And like you see me walking in and out in front of an empty chair and saying, people, stop watching that garbage. And I go back and I look later, and there's still like 18 people out watching my shit, you know. That's my social experiments, you know. And then there comes now one. I think if anybody is up to the challenge, hold on. This water consumption is crazy today. I think there are going to be a lot of restroom trips this night. Yeah, that's my life. Anyway, so I bring this up. I drove already my wife to the level of insanity, and my daughter is getting crazy now too. So I have to do it in English. So here comes the thing. So you're sitting down, right? Because it's about theories again. I spend a lot of time doing that, right? So if you think something, right? You're thinking about something, let's say, blah, 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 whatever you think, then you can tell yourself also, you think that you think, meaning I think that I think. That's a level of awareness, level 1, because you think that you think. You can think something, right? Now try the level 2. You can tell yourself, I think that I think that I think. Think about it for a moment, right? So you think, I have to pronounce it in the right way, in the right speed. I think that I think that I think. That kept me busy up for a while. And it works. You close your eyes, you really meditate, you focus, it works. You know, it's like another thing I'm investigating into. But if you bring it to level 4, I think that I think that I think that I think. That gives you a brain freeze, you know. That is really crazy, guys. You gotta like really investigate into that. Spend a lot of time doing those things recently, you know, because again, Ohio weather sucks. So you Ohioans, I have nothing against the people here. They're super nice and lovely. And also tell you one thing, I like people in Ohio better than in Los Angeles. And I tell you why. I think people here are genuine, like they're like true to their heart and they're not fake. I was like having experience with so many fake people in Los Angeles. They're only in for their own benefit. I mean, here you get real friends. Like my friend John at the end of the street, he's German too. And Ohio has a lot, I think, historically German immigrants, right? And we always drink schnapps together, like here's all the good booze. So I just tell my wife, oh, I have to go shopping, but I'm just driving around the corner, I hide the car and then go to John, right? And so that's what we do. Yeah, so any questions? So other than that, after my dentist appointment tomorrow, if I'm still alive, I'm going to go online again. And another experiment you should do, I just did this, I also made a video about it, it's fairly interesting. Take a pencil in your left hand and take a pencil in your right hand. Let's do that, hold on. This is very interesting. So you take two pencils, right? I did it last time like this. Of course, you take the caps off and you do that, right? Tape a piece of paper on your desk and try to write with your left hand the word hello, like hello. You should be able to do that even if you're right-handed, right? Then write with your right hand the word hello, right? So this is normal then if you're right-handed, really easy. But then try one thing, write with your left hand and your right hand at the same time the word hello, And you'll find out it works, but it takes much more focus. But then try, and this is where I failed, try with your left hand and your right hand to write two different words. Like here you would write, for instance, one, right? And here you would write two. If you do that at the same time, you should look at the scribble that comes out, like your brain totally locks up. That's another thing I looked into. So that's what retired engineers do. So often I get crazy ideas. The last idea wasn't so crazy, it ended up with stitches. See here, all the stitches? Because I got that new e-bike, you know, the electric bicycle, and I went on YouTube and I looked how you can cancel out or delete, right, the speed limit and the torque converter. And I hit the throttle, that thing went up, right, right against the wall. And I ended up underneath it and I ended up in the ER. So they stitched this nicely together. That was another experiment. But it was quite an expensive experiment, I think. But yeah, you don't see it barely anymore. Yeah, so that is Sean and Big Boy, what I'm doing, experiments. Like, because I used to be an engineer in the medical device manufacturing industry. And I often solved problems nobody else could solve. So I always had crazy ideas, and some of them actually worked. But now, since I'm not working, my brain still wants to keep busy. And since the weather sucks, I'm doing experiments at home. By the way, we already blew 25 minutes into that stream. That's always hilarious, and 10 people are still watching it. So stop watching my garbage, people. It's just trash. Not white trash, it's just trash. We don't want to go into politics, okay? So then I did experiments about planting, and I cannot use the word because last time YouTube killed my video. You know the holy plant, like this plant with the leaves, like that is really good, the holy plant. And I tried to plant it, but either somebody stole it from my backyard, or I don't know what happened once they were all gone, because I think in Ohio it's legal now. So that didn't work out either. A lot of things don't work out, you know, but if you never try, well, anyway. And the other question I have, guys, since you're here, I think you're all from America, right? I'm not. What the heck is going on with those speed limits, like in the US, 65, 70, 75? I mean, that's snail speed. What are you guys doing? Why is that? I don't get it. I mean, my car can do in miles, it's what's 260 kilometers speed. That's 200, no, not 200 miles, 170 miles or something. It's over 160 miles. You can never drive it that fast. And last time I tried, guess what happens in Ohio? Take a guess. First letter is the word P. Take a guess while I take a sip. So we all take something. And don't take too many medications. I hit a pothole and blew the rim and the tire. Okay? The rim and the tire for my car was $2,000. That wasn't too smart. So that was another experiment that didn't end well. But my other experiment when I had the car in California was even worse. By that time, I didn't have a radar detector, and they caught me. It was a little bit too fast, not too much. But I had to go one whole day to traffic school. I had to do a test, and I got a $500 ticket. That's why I said, what the f is up with that speed limits everywhere? I mean, fix the roads and let me drive. I mean, I'm not a US citizen yet. I am a permanent resident, but I'm learning already about the citizenship test, like the questions you have to answer. And one part of it is in like your constitution, it's called land of the free, right? Land of the free. Again, we are not doing politics, but land of the free. So why can I not drive my car freely, how fast I want and wherever I want? This is not free then, in my opinion, you know? I mean, as long as you don't jeopardize anybody else. If I go at 2 o'clock in the morning on a freeway, which I did last time, why can't I blow it out at 140 miles an hour? I mean, just let me do my thing. Because if I do that at that speed, I'll be out of gas in half an hour anyway. So I don't know what the problem is. And then talking about cars, I don't know if there's any car guys. what the is going on in the US with the cars? Where did all the V8s disappear to? I had t-shirts made. I'll show you next time. I have Make America V8 again. Then I have t-shirts that say Make Gas Cheap again. Okay, I have them right here. I can get them if you want, but I wear them next time. What happened? Who's betrayal this country? I mean, what happens now? We have 4 cylinders or 6 cylinders turbocharged? What's up with this crap? I mean, I want the rumbling sound of a V8. I mean, you guys should be proud you invented. You did not invent the V8. I looked it up. A French engineer did it. But US made it in mass production, right? I mean, Henry Ford, the Henry Ford V8 engine in 1939 outsold by numbers any other vehicle engine, So what's happening? I mean, nobody proud anymore of a V8. I get 13 miles a gallon. So flipping what? I mean, have fun, guys. I mean, you only live one time. Life is short. Live it up and don't exist. Don't just exist. Live it up. Have fun. I mean, Jesus. So that was the car topic of the day. Normally we have fun facts of the day, but we don't do fun facts today. I have enough fun facts on my video. And also I do little uploads. They're about mental health. So my mental health upload might be fairly interesting. And I'll show you one. There's actually 2 that are quite valuable, especially if you're still working. My water consumption is insane today. Okay, here we go. If you I showed this to people liked it and it works. It's about, because they always say Germans are too sincere and they have like too high of a blood pressure and everything is too serious. So I learned one thing, like in therapy, you take this pencil every evening when you watch TV or when you're relaxed and you put it between your teeth like that. It looks silly, but you know what it does? It raises your lips like this, okay? And that causes, actually, believe it or not, your mood to improve. You get more happy, like Happiness, On the Pursuit of Happiness. It's a good book, by the way. And not the first time you do that. I mean, you got to do it regularly. So just do that. This causes your lips up like this and not like that, right? And the other thing is, again, I'm investigating into a lot of stuff. If you ever have to do a phone call about a serious topic or not too pleasant topic, right? Do your phone call while you put on a smile. Even if it's a fake smile, what I'm doing right now. With a fake smile, your voice sounds more pleasant and it's almost impossible to get angry. Does that make sense? Has anybody ever tried that? So that's a good recommendation from me. By the way, I'm pretty stuffed up. It was my daughter's birthday today. I ate the whole rest of the birthday cake earlier. So that's maybe where the water consumption comes from. It's all the sugar. Anybody shop from Costco, by the way? We are a member at Costco. My wife bought those potato chips. I mean, those bags are insane. And I ate the whole bag in one night. I mean, I think salt is also addictive. Like even if you give like a goat a salt stick, they keep licking it till it's like all consumed. Salt is addictive, guys. And so I ate the whole bag of potato chips and I felt sick like a dog for hours. So I'm not going to do that again. I always have my iPad. I put notes on it. Do not do this again, right? Like do not hit a wall. Actually, it was a traffic sign at a speed of 30 miles an hour on a modified e-bike. That is expensive, was my note. And the other one is now, do not eat a 1.75 pound bag of potato chips. Which brings me to another topic. What is wrong with those units? You have pounds and ounces and inches and Fahrenheit. My brain does not process that. I always have a little app on my iPad. It's called units. That's the only way I could do it, especially in engineering. I mean, I'm an electric engineer. At least those things were the same. So an amp, like an amp meter or a volt or milliamp or millivolt, that's at least the same all across the world. It's metric. But you have this weird non-metric system. And also, the voltage, I mean, 120 volts, 120, we have 240 in Germany. So that's a big problem, because if you run some devices that require a lot of power, like what you call it, a space heater, the ones you put in the basement, you can only go up to 1,500 watts, because otherwise you're going to blow the circuit breaker. We can go up to double the watts. It's about close to 3 kilowatts on heating it. I don't use space heater. We have central heating. And in my garage, I have heat dishes. Heat dishes with propane. But also there, when I work in my garage on my cars, you got to be careful with the propane heat dishes. They can produce carbon monoxide, I learned. And carbon monoxide is an odorless, poisonous gas. And once you start feeling dizzy, it's already too late. And the way it works is it's lighter than air, so it slowly hovers up and fills the garage from the roof top down. And once it reaches the level where you breathe, you're breathing this odorless, poisonous gas. That's the next trip to the ER. So when I work with this, we have a big garage, so no issue like turning on the heat dishes for half an hour. But I bought a carbon monoxide meter, like a detector. And so you can read like the saturation in the garage. And if it's more than 10 ppm, parts per million, then it's time to open the garage doors and close them right again. So the warmth still stays in, but you get fresh new oxygen in it. So that was the tip working in the garage in Ohio, because it's always winter in Ohio, 4 months of winter. And also I logged, that's another question I have. Maybe here somebody said they were from Ohio. Last year, what was that whole conspiracy with the drought? Every day I record on my iPad. I made a little table when it rains. Today it rained, right? Yesterday it didn't, the day before it rained. Yet last year I came up to, it was 287 days of rain. So why is everybody talking about a drought? Drought maybe has to do with the amount of precipitation, right? But a short rain is good enough, right? Or bad enough, actually. If I'm out with my electric bicycle, I'm hosed, right? So it just rained down on me. And then I noticed, sorry, I'm really thirsty today. And then I noticed, whenever I polish my car, because right now I just got it ready from winter damage, like get rid of all the salt and everything. It took me 3 days to do that, okay, guys? 3 days to get it ready. What happens tomorrow? I have a dental appointment. What happens tomorrow? It's gonna rain. Because there is, I swear, talking back to alien activities, there is a cloud, a single cloud, right on top of our house, like just above the house, every single time when I drive out with my car, right out of the house, it's starting to rain. That cannot be normal. That's not normal like weather. That's some extraterrestrial activities. So I got to look into that. Right? What's okay? I don't know what's okay. But so the drought, as I said, I believe it. It was just the matter. Hi, Amy. I'm just looking, Amy, currently into conspiracy theories. And so a lot of people are with me, especially on the cats, right? So this is important. I need to get the news out there, the truth, before it's too late. And by the way, Amy, tomorrow dental appointment. So after I watched your stream, I just broke my tooth in half. And it wasn't your stream, by the way, but yeah, so major tooth restoration tomorrow with no dental insurance, going to be great. So I estimate anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000. So we'll see how that goes. But don't feel sorry for me. Shit happens to me all the time, So you had your friends making schnitzels now? I cannot eat schnitzel now, like my tooth is broken, as I told you. Shit always happens to me, Don't know why. Yeah, what I discussed, I want your opinion too, Amy, here in the stream, as long as you have a second. I'm looking into, oh, you just made them. Great, good for you guys, enjoy. I'm looking into the following concept when I do the spring rides, like the e-bike rides in spring, taking you guys to metro and state parks. I think what I'm going to do is I need to find a meeting point, like a solution in between. So what I'm going to do is when I'm riding, and I do long ride when nothing happens, I will just record those parts on the phone so that we have highest image quality. And then when I get off the bike, So listen to that. When I get off the bike, I think I will then just switch over to live. Then I can show you guys around what's cool, what's not. In Inniswood, maybe the flowers. And then I hop on the bike again. When I'm on the bike, then I switch back to recording the data with high resolution directly to the phone memory. Then I do the next stop. Let's say we find a nice lake or whatever. Then I get off the bicycle, hop off, switch it back to data, cellular data. And then we go with a lower resolution. And then I could show you guys, like, we can interact and talk. So what do you think about that? Like a hybrid, meaning between recording to the phone only and later uploading that section? No, I don't think it's stressful at all. I think it's even less stressful because I tried looking at the phone while I was riding the bike, and since the phone is on the handlebar, it's not the smartest idea, you know. By the way, what is it called? Yeah, I won't have one big long video if I don't mind that. No, what I will do is actually, when I cut it in pieces, the recorded pieces, I will all take and just append together in iMovie later and make one long video with possibly a mix of the microphones and voiceover. By the way, I tried one thing, so your microphones worked really great for you today, so happy. It's good, the sound. When you put them on the head, it got better because you can aim an angle, because those microphones, they only make a crunching noise when you rub the foam. But what I tried, or I might try, is when I wear them on the frame of the sunglasses, then they're also here, you know, like this way. So you're closer to the mouth and to the resonance, what you have. And by the way, I don't know, Amy, if you're a singer. My wife sings very well, even though she is a manager. And she said these phones even have, I do phone tests too and everything. You saw it yesterday because I want to be ready for spring and provide you guys with the best possible results. And on these phones, but don't do it and blame me later. If you don't push the button down and hold it down, that's like you hold it, then you push it, and then you hold it for 2 seconds. You can activate, it's called a reverb, R-E-V-E-R-B, a reverb mode. And those phones, so the AI stays on, but they sound immaculate then. It sounds like, you know what reverb is? Not, I explain it. That's what singers use in the studio. It gives you that type of a little hall effect, like an echo, like talking. Yeah, you know reverb. Yeah, so they give you the reverb sound. It sounds like, you know what it sounds like when you're in the church? It sounds like talking in a church. It can make the sound pretty pleasant. However, that effect also can be too much and it makes it boring. And the other thing I showed you, I got this little guy, because the next thing will be a walk to through our historic Westerville uptown. Like, it's even in Wikipedia. It's a lot of historic buildings. And then this was the 3 servo or stepper motors. It really works nice for smooth footage. So nothing is shaking. Even if I had 5 coffees and I shake like this, the whole system constantly counterbalances. So the footage will be very, very smooth. So let me put this back. And by the way, I showed this. Yeah, I got all the equipment, mainly cameras though. So in the future, when streams start, see, this is how it's going to start. So if I say Marco is going to be live like at 6:55, then you will see that clock that I just unpacked. See, oops, almost fell over. Then you see that clock here, that one that came today, and then you can basically just tune in, and then I would just switch over the phone when the time is right. When the time is right, I think it's a song too, but anyway, I lost topic. And then you see that I'm online, so that's the other thing I'm going to do. Yeah, any recommendation anyway, if you need something technically, you get it. By the way, that clock here was $13. $13 from Amazon. I mean, this thing is huge. Look at my hand. And so I wonder how they can even make it for that money. It's insane, right, China? China's going to kill everything, is my opinion, but that's another theory I got to look into. So, and by the way, my daughter got the same Canon printer today, the Canon Selfie here that you see. I mean, I demonstrated it for you. This printer is awesome. It's a dye sublimation printer. My daughter was really happy about it because she's losing her Amazon job. I told you about her Amazon job, right? That she has. She was making $2,500 a day, not a day, that would be great. No, $2,500 a month to upload 8 videos. But of course, Amazon will only pay if it pays for them. So right now you can only make so many videos about so much stuff, and then it repeats itself. And so obviously Amazon doesn't want to spend the money anymore because it was $2,500 a month plus $500 gift certificate to buy the stuff to make the video. And as I told you, the only thing she couldn't do, I was not allowed to and will not be allowed to when this contract is over. She only has 4 more days to work there now. She cannot sell the stuff, so we have to keep it. So we will have more cat trees, more cat tunnels. Cat scratchers arrived today, all kinds and shapes and forms. I'll make a video about that. All that shit is still arriving on a daily basis. But the contract ends on the 28th, that's on Friday. Then she lost that nice job, that nice income, which is a shame. By the way, anybody knows, my water consumption is insane today. I'm so thirsty. It's not diabetes. I just checked my blood glucose level. Can cake do that too? I ate half the birthday cake because they left it sitting outside, so I saw it and ate it. But I think normally it's potato chips, right? Like salty stuff. By the way, when you made schnitzel, was it at your home or were you over at friends? Because I'm going to make that cookout too. I'm still looking for that waffle recipe. So I Skyped my parents today because that recipe is still from my great-grandma and she's long dead. So I'm trying to find somebody in the family, in the relatives that still have the original recipes. And by the way, not what you wrote, not sloppy potatoes. I'm talking about sloppy waffles, those waffles, not pancakes. So I'm looking at it. I think it's what I learned so far. I did a little research. It's a lot of milk, egg yolk, but less flour and very little baking powder makes those waffles good. Then I'll make a cooking show like you do, because those waffles were spectacular. And you know what's really good opposed to the crisp waffles? What I like those waffles? They taste so good when they are cold, actually. That's the interesting stuff. The crisp waffles they make in America, they always make them and then they pour this, what is it, ahorn syrup? What's it called? Ahorn. Maple syrup. They pour this maple syrup on top of it. That's too much sugar. I cannot tolerate that stuff. Gives me stomach pain. And so, however, these waffles I'm talking about, the closest what they are, what my dad, sorry, I'm messing with the phone here. The closest what they are, what my dad said today, he said they're the closest to the French crêpe Suzette. You heard the crêpe Suzette? So for all English listener, it's not crap, not scheisse, okay? It's crêpe Suzette, C-R-E-P-E-S, crêpe Suzette. That's a specialty in France. And that's how those waffles taste. But I want to make them. And I'm hunting for that recipe. So that's currently a mission I'm on. So what else happened today? Pretty much nothing. Right after Amy's stream was done, I was biting on a candy and my tooth cracked in half. So again, something new for my life. And the cat's still the same problem, Amy. The big one is locked away. And the 2 small ones are getting not that small anymore. They're very big right now. And they are totally insane. Like I cannot get down the stairs anymore because wherever I walk, they go in between and around my legs and in between and around my legs. It's crazy. But I read that breed does it. Once they adopted you as the alpha male or female, then you have lost. Like you never get rid of those cats again. Should I open the door now? They would be in right away. But I don't open this door here because there's a lot of photo equipment on the floor and that could be an expensive mission, By the way, as I said, you have still contact to Germany, right? So how many days do they work now in Germany? Is it only from Monday to Thursday? So the 4-Tage-Woche, 4-day working week, or is it still 5 days? Just curious, because I worked Monday to Friday, and I said I worked for Siemens, but Friday 2 o'clock work was over, so it was always a long weekend. Anyway, very disappointing today about the Ohio weather, but very happy that I did the stream yesterday, testing out the equipment on the e-bike, even though there it was still cold, but the winds are very cold. And what I plan on doing, as I said, so maybe I didn't explain that early in your stream, is again regarding those microphones. When you put them on your head here, that worked pretty well when you did it earlier. I bought, it's like little, it's called over the ear holder. It goes like this, but there's no microphone at the end. It's just a mechanical fixture, and then I can clip them on like this. And then while you ride the bike, you're speaking directly into the microphone, and that should work extremely well. Because audio footage doesn't require much data, so I want to do the best audio footage for the viewers that is possible. The video footage requires a lot of data. And today I found out that when you have Apple devices, probably other platforms too, but again, I have Apple only. When you do voice memos, you saw that voice memos on the iPad or iPhone, you can simply attach them to an email, and so you don't need to type anymore. That's if you're really lazy. Before that, I used that voice recognition. But if I do, the voice translation, the auto translation feature, that's AI. But since I have a strong accent, it doesn't always get me if I talk English. If I talk German, the success rate is about 90%. I barely have to correct anything, or maybe 95%. If I get my English out there, it's like all over the place, and it didn't work as good. So how many schnitzels did you eat? Just curious. How big were they? Were they like the Bavarian schnitzels? They're the size of the plate. I mean, they make them really thin, so you have a schnitzelklopper. Like you have to really bash those. Schnitzels are pork, by the way, as you know, right? You made them from pork. I mean, you can make veal too, Kalbschnitzel, but normally you bash them really thin to make schnitzels tasty, right? Because the meat is fairly thick to begin with, and you bash it like crazy. And then you do the, what is it called, breading around it, yeah? And then in what oil do you make them? I like coconut oil, but I heard coconut oil cannot be heated too high, otherwise it breaks down, right? Anyway, guys, that was just a little brain dump here. Not a dump, just brain dump. And then I'm looking forward for spring. I have a lot of ideas what we're gonna do in spring. And I also got to see, I'm looking currently into night vision, because we might do a car race at night. I think that would be really cool, like a 2 o'clock in the morning car race, and then really beat the car and see what happens. But again, gotta watch out. It's less about getting caught. It's more about, I think, the potholes. If you hit a pothole, as I said earlier, I destroyed a rim and a tire. My wife already destroyed a rim and a tire, but it's a problem if you have those low profile tires. Mine are just like this. Like one pothole, boom, there goes the whole tire, right? That's like $2,000 for the rim and the tire each time. So, because recently they kicked me out of the tire insurance. I had this extended insurance. Like if you blow a tire, they have to replace it. But we blew too many tires, So the next set of tires that I buy, they really have to last, because a set of tires, I think I got it quoted recently, is $2,500. So I cannot break those tires again that easily. So no more tire insurance right now. But I still have the electronics insurance for 10 years. That's good, I think. That's actually why I like the US. They give a lot of extra insurance packages for cars and stuff like that. However, I think in Germany, if you guys are from America, I think our base warranty, however, is much better. In Germany, I think it's, if you buy an electric appliance, let's say a microwave, a dishwasher, a washing machine, it's what I recall 3 years, what you would call on a car bumper to bumper, meaning 3 years everything warranty. And that's a long period. And on some purchases, 5 years. And also, I think what's nice when you buy a used car, it's 3 years warranty. So the dealer will really not like try to sell you a junker, because guess what? It goes right back to the dealer, the problem, then it's not your problem. So I think those warranties are great. But I give you another example. I mean, what gives? Like we have a Samsung washing machine, Samsung, so I think you know the name, they make TVs and other stuff, they make a lot. And those washing machines are supposed to be really good, right? And guess what? Now it broke, right? And we looked and it had this big sticker, 10-year warranty. And how old is the washing machine? 11 years. So pointless, right? Don't know what to say. But I already downloaded some YouTube videos. I think I figured out what's broken. I might repair it myself. Did anybody hear about the DI nach DT in my stream? He had a Messi in his apartment. That's a bad thing if you have somebody who rents your apartment. You rent out, or you call it, you rent out your apartment to somebody, and that person all of a sudden stops paying rent and messes up your whole apartment. He sent me pictures, it looked like horrible in there. I've never seen that many empty beer bottles in the place. And I mean, now you got to clean it all up, right? And like repaint it, recarpet it. I mean, I feel sorry for him, so hopefully it all works out. So guys, if there's no more questions, that was my daily brain dump. And we'll see you later if that live works. Take care, guys, and cheers from V8, the little bit different channel. And again, very important disclaimer, my shorts on the videos, okay, my shorts, they're not meant to be serious. They are just fun crap, okay? So either way, you got the sense of humor or you don't have the sense of humor. If you watch my shorts, don't come back and complain to me. They're just insane. If you watch the real videos, what I have, you can drop comments if I got something wrong, because they're supposed to be educational, okay? So have a good evening, everybody. 7 p.m. in Ohio, and take care. Peace and out.